Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the basics of saxophone and also how to play the G major scale. So when we're playing the saxophone, we're going to have our left hand up here and our right hand down here. We're going to have our index finger on the first key, middle finger on the second key, and not this one right here, but not the one in between, but the one right beneath that, and then our ring finger on the third key. And then we're going to have our index finger on this key, middle finger on this key, and ring finger on this key. Now when we're playing the saxophone, we want to get a good sound out, so you're going to have a tight embouchure, and that just means that your lips are controlling a lot of the sound that's being made. There's muscle memory in your lips as well, so you're going to get used to that. It may hurt at first, but let's play a G, which is 3 fingers down in the left hand. Now if you'll notice, I started out very loud and got quiet and back to loud. Now that is depending on how much airflow I'm letting out. And to do that, to monitor how much airflow you're actually letting out, you really have to make sure you're breathing from your diaphragm. You don't want to be going like that. You want to be breathing into your diaphragm. Try to not let your shoulders go up too high. And you're just going to get a deep breath in the diaphragm, and that's going to give you a good sound. There's not as much wavering in the note when you breathe from the diaphragm as there would be in trying to gain all that oxygen in the lungs. So let's try to use this major scale. Now we're going to play slowly with each note going up. So G, lift up a finger, A, lift up another finger, B. Let's try that. Okay, try it one more time. Very nice. And you want to keep that embouchure very well, and when you're making that sound, if it's squeaking too much, then you're going to have to probably adjust the reed. You want to make sure that the reed is placed on there so that it's just a little bit behind where the actual mouthpiece is, and you don't want it too far off track. Also, don't be blowing too much air, but you want enough in there that it's going to make a sound. Sometimes when you're first beginning, you might make an overtone, which would be like different squeaks like that, or like a higher octave sound. And that means you're pressing too tightly with your mouth, so you don't want to do that either. Alright, let's try 3 other notes. Now we're going to do C, which is our middle finger, then D, which is all 6, and the octave key, which is on the back side there, right next to where you place your thumb when you're not using it. Alright, so let's try C, D, and then E, you just lift up another finger. Let's try that again. One more time. Good. And then finally, let's do E, F, G, which is just 5 fingers, 3 up here, 2 down here. Then you lift up your index finger, so your middle finger's only on the key. That's F sharp. And finally, you're back to G. Alright, let's see if we can try the whole thing. Very nice. Now, try that on your own, and just make sure you're getting a good solid sound out. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to contact me and ask about how to make some good noises on the saxophone.